It's JC and welcome to my channel and thank you for tuning in as always. Today I wanted to introduce you to a very special guest. I'm not quite sure if you can see him on camera yet, but his little ears are working right over there. His name is Oliver and this is my best friend. Come here, little guy. Say hi to the camera. He doesn't know that the camera's right there, but oh, I know. This is what he looks like. He's super sweet and affectionate. I've had him for almost 15 years now. I've had him ever since he was a puppy. I love him so much. He's been with me through everything, all the way through my first boyfriend, and I hope to my last boyfriend. I hope he gets to see my last boyfriend too. That would be amazing. So anyways, I wanted to inform you a little bit about him and tell you his story. He had a sister named Lily about 2 years ago, or 3. She passed away, unfortunately, in 2019 due to heart failure. And it was a terrifying time. It was very upsetting. I'll get into all of that later on. But for now, we're just gonna update you on him and tell you his story. But okay, so he had a sister. Her name was Lily. And this is Oliver. If you're wondering, my sister and I kind of thought of, like, we both got Chihuahuas. Because my first dog at the time, her name was Sophie, and she was an English Cocker Spaniel. And my sister had a bird named Violet Valentine, and she was a parakeet. And they both passed at around the same time. So my sister was looking at puppies and she thought, oh, I really want a Chihuahua. At the time, I really wanted a Dachshund. But I was like, man, my sister showed me these 2 puppies, and one was a girl and one was a boy. Hers was Lily, mine was Oliver. And I just was like, there's no way I can turn down this pair. Like, if she gets one, I want to get the other, just so they can always be with each other. And so that's how it worked out. And we actually watched a lot of Hannah Montana in the past, and that's how we came up with the name Lily and Oliver. Lily for Lily and Oliver for Oliver. I just moved from Virginia all the way to Nevada, and Oliver made it here with me. I decided not to take him on an airplane just because I thought that would just be way too much craziness for him to have to handle. And also, he has invertible disc disease, so I didn't want him to have any back pain or any scare in the plane, because he has car anxiety as it is, and he gets quite anxious. So I just wanted to steer away from that. So we made the road trip all the way from Virginia to Nevada. It took days because my engine ended up dying on the interstate while I was going 70, 75 miles per hour. So we had to get a rental car to get here. My mom actually went with me, which I'm very thankful for. Otherwise, it would have just been me and Oliver. But it was scary, you know. We were hung up in Jackson, Tennessee for a while. We were just stuck there for about 9 or 10 days waiting to hear what was wrong with my vehicle, and it turned out to be an engine failure issue. He loves these massages right now. But it turned out to be an engine failure issue. I thought at the time it was a transmission issue, but it was not. But Oliver made it there with me, and you know, I'm gonna do a whole moving video. I believe I caught all of that footage as well of my car breaking down on the interstate too. So if I did, I'm going to upload all of that. It's just a lot of files to go through, so bear with me on that, guys. Ooh. So my dog Oliver has cataracts. My best friend has cataracts, and if all goes well in the future, I would actually like to save up enough income to pay for his cataract surgery removal. That can be upwards of, I believe, $4,000, so it's quite pricey, but I'm going to do it because he means everything to me. I would literally put my life over him. So I just love him so much. He has invertible disc disease, so that means that I need to moderate his diet to where he's not overeating, because all that extra weight could pose an issue on his back and make it so it could either collapse or cause him very bad pain. So I always have to make sure that I'm, you know, making sure that he's getting, you know, the right nutrition, and that he's just doing okay. Right, buddy? He's giving me kisses. But yeah, he has cataract, so I eventually want to, you know, help him out with that. And his back seems to be okay right now. I remember right before we moved, we were having an issue because he was just in a lot of pain. I came home from work one day. At the time, I was working as a data analyst before I came over here and moved to Nevada. But I remember coming home and he was not himself. He was standoffish, he was crying, he was whining, he would squeal in pain, and I questioned, I was like, what's going on here? I was scared. And so I took him to the ER, and they said, emergency vet, and they actually said that he just has invertible disc disease. They said, we think you can prevent it from excelling in the future or increasing in the future if you take these necessary steps to make him weigh less. Because he weighed a significant amount more at the time, and that extra weight was terrible on his back. Like it is for humans, you know, if we have a lot of weight we're carrying on us, it's also bad for our back and our hearts. So we are very fragile individuals, animals included. We're all very fragile, and we all need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. Yeah, so that's my little boy Oliver. I'm gonna give you some close-ups here. He's just so stinking cute. I love him so much. Thank you for tuning into this video, and I look forward to getting into another video here with you all soon. Comment down below, guys, if you all have an animal or pet and what their names are. See you later, guys. That right there is Mr. Oliver. Say hi, Mr. Oliver. Say hi, Oliver. See, he does have a bit of cataract forming, and you know, I know it can be hard for him to see, so I just want to make it so he doesn't have to live with that, and he's feeling the top of his game. I love my little guy. That's Oliver, my best friend.